You think God's protection always looks like open doors, smooth roads, and favor you can feel. But what if the most powerful evidence that He's shielding you is what never happened to you? What if the very things you call delays, disappointments, and detours are actually divine redirections crafted to keep you from destruction? One sign God is secretly protecting you is closed doors that made no sense at the time, relationships you begged Him to bless, jobs you prayed to keep, opportunities you thought were yours until they slipped through your hands, not realizing later that what felt like rejection was actually protection. You didn't see the spiritual warfare behind that door, the deception, the hidden snares, the emotional and spiritual damage you were spared from. Another sign is the sudden loss of connection with people you once thought were meant to stay forever. God doesn't always explain when He removes someone, but trust that when a person walks out and peace enters in, you've just witnessed divine extraction. Some friendships, and even family ties, carry spiritual weight that can delay your destiny. So when God creates space, it's not always a punishment. A third sign is supernatural endurance. In situations that should have broken you, accidents that didn't kill you, anxiety that didn't swallow you, depression that couldn't keep you down, there are storms you survived not because you were strong, but because you were carried. Psalm 91 isn't poetry, it's a war cry for the believer who's been surrounded by chaos, but never consumed by it. Then, there's that nagging feeling in your spirit, that uneasiness when you were about to go somewhere, say something, or connect with someone, and you pulled back, no explanation, just a holy hesitation. That's not paranoia, that's the Holy Spirit guarding your future with quiet warnings that only obedience can interpret. And perhaps the most overlooked sign of God's protection is the inner shift, when your heart starts desiring different things, when the taste for sin you used to enjoy becomes bitter, when God removes the appetite for what once kept you bound. That's divine intervention on a soul level, His hand molding your desires to align with His will. So don't assume He's not moving just because you don't see the miracle happening in front of you. Sometimes the real miracle is what didn't happen, the accident that was avoided, the temptation you escaped, the mistake you were never allowed to make. God's protection isn't always loud. It's often hidden in delays, in disconnects, in discomforts. But every no, every closed path, every inner check in your spirit might just be the voice of God shouting, "Not this way, I have something better." You're still here not just because life happened to go your way, but because mercy stood in the gap when you didn't even know there was danger. So the question isn't, is God protecting you? The real question is, have you been paying attention to the ways He already has?